Hello, welcome to our education about trends in communication technology that we can use in tourism. I'm very keen to start. I love to talk about these subjects. I am a teacher of new media at the University of Zagreb in the strategic communication department, and I want to share my presentation for you with you. So just in a second. Okay. So here we are. As a part of this webinar, I wanted to discuss very specific things. So new communication technologies in the example of small and medium-sized enterprises, and I want to use best practices to explain to you. But what we have to implement here is this is actually an evolving space where you can see differences in even period of 1 or 2 months. I will give you a very specific examples. I know that we are all collectively don't remember the end of last October, November, nevertheless, when ChatGPT was introduced as this new platform for as a chatbot about chatting with AI. And so this was the end of the November, at the beginning of December. So in just few days, the platform had OpenAI had its first million users. And of course, today the whole space is crowded, and we are not even 6 months into this period. Changes in the communication paradigm are always something that it's the other word for revolution. So when we don't want to say that something is revolutionized, we use the term paradigm shift. It is the synonym, it is the same word, but I want to stress that just for you to understand that when there is a revolution, so communicatively speaking, the whole space is actually inventing itself. So you don't have how to say this old practices are not working. There are new practices developing. Some of those practices will become very popular. Some of those will not, and you can tell which is which. So this is the actual what we are living up. What we can say that this whole topic is actually fueled by digitalization and digital transformation. So it's a part of it. And so we do know that these tools will be used aggressively in at least in the foreseeable future. My point would be that we are approaching, and according to some professionals, that we are actually approaching the era of individualization of media nutrition. What does that mean? That actually means that people are using new media not just differently, like in groups or tribes, but they tend to use it individually, which means that there are very few people in the world who share media diet. They share their media platforms, the time that they are spending on then preferable mobile phones, or it's something else like VR. So preferable technology platform and stuff like that. So it's getting individual, which is very important for the topic of personalization, which we are addressing here. So when we are talking about this, I want to stress several things. So we have the developments in social media sector, where you have different people are using different people are using different social platform for different social media content, and I want you to have that in mind, which actually means for us that we have to be present wherever the people that we want to make interested in our hotel, small hotel, apartments complex, whatever. We have to be focused on uh, on on the goals that we want to achieve, and then use the right social media, because there are so many out there. And especially we have to understand that people on these social media platforms, they are not just how to say passive bystanders. They also comment like crazy. So if you have a crisis on your social media, it's a really it may be very important crisis for your establishment. Secondly, I want to talk about something which is very important for the social media environment, and these are the influencers on social media, which depending on the environment, people sometimes consider very useful, and people sometimes don't. Actually, especially by the media. Media is some kind constant bickering with the influencers, and but according to your goals and according to your strategy, you have to understand which of the social media influencers is good for you, because they have their own audiences. It's not just by feeling, they have their audiences. So if you are having, I don't know, family hotel, then you need a family hotel influencer. And it also depends on the emittive market that you want to attract to your content. So it always, if those things are matching, then you have a really good value for money. In my own experience, most of the influencers, the popular ones, are really hardworking people. I want to also mention crypto tourism, because blockchain is very important, very popular communication topic, especially in the area of I don't know, young people, in the area of fintech, where you can talk with people about if not anything, then at least they like to see their friends, they like to see trends in Bitcoin going their way. So if you accept, I don't know, payments in Bitcoin, it's very popular method of payment these days. So if this is your, as I said, this is your age group that you are trying to attract. Then we have connected virtual reality, augmented reality, metaverse platforms, where with the augmented reality you add some added value to your natural landscapes, and with additional information about your destination or something on your destination, and stuff like that. Metaverse is a virtual platform which is digitalized, but since people can buy uh, metaverse metaverse uh, real estate, which is getting very popular, and at least in the waves when it is trendy. And we witnessed that last year, but now it's a little bit out of trend, since AI is a buzzword all over the place. But also being present in the metaverse can give you an added communicational value if your public is staying there. And you can always see that you can either define it and then to try to adopt those platforms to attract more and more, bigger and bigger group of your supporters. And then you have NFTs, which are connected with to crypto tourism, where you have these small pieces of digital art which are unique, and people on the destinations have those NFT drop-offs, which are very popular with the younger people. So you can keep a small piece of creative digital original art which actually has a market value, smaller or bigger, but nevertheless. And also you have this trend of gamification when even fintech platforms, so your bank or your broker or your crypto platform, crypto exchange, they have this to keep you immersed in the system. They often give you some good deals. Uh, they they going they can go in two ways. One way is to give you freebies, so free stuff, or they can give you something with a significant discount. And so if the theory is that especially in the hotel department, that people will use this gamification to keep someone at their communication platform, if it's a social media platform, if it's a website platform, or it's a true, I don't know, original web game. So I want to give you a few examples, but you have them in the PowerPoint presentation here present. So these are like usually, and I want to stress this left example, which is a very popular Croatian influencer, Ela Dvornik. Uh, and she actually, this is actually post that sold the whole hotel for that weekend in just one afternoon, because her audience is parents with children. So this is one way of communicating, like you have your own free time, drop your kids here, and so you can you have some great examples of TikTok usage in the tourism department in our presentation. You have two YouTube examples, which I want to give, one shorter one and then one longer one. Shorter is usually for the younger audiences because they cannot keep their attention. And I have to stress that YouTube is the most popular platform in the world ever. I mean, the new surveys that we have, we see that that the major group of people is actually using YouTube every day, whole day. So I mean, not the 24 hours, but the, you know, in the different parts of day when they want to watch, I don't know, music, or some kind of other video material. Podcasts are also popular and stuff like that. And you have in your presentation good examples of online campaigns on social networks. So you can see the Alaska Airlines who use that they were doing some cross marketing work with Starbucks, and then have you have Instagram campaign by Hawaii Tourism as our example, Turkish Airlines, then Iceland Touristic Board, which they kind of ridicule the concept of metaverse, showing people how the true Iceland is looking like. So they called it Icelandverse. So you have also a campaign from the Emirates who they were embracing TikTok trends. Then come play with Korea with the K-pop vibe. You have a blockchain-based online travel agency, Travala, a platform that digitizes luxury resorts, blockchain-enabled travel startup. Then you have a virtual Diocletian Palace, which is in Split, Croatia, where they on specific check-ins with as a platforms in Sandbox, which is a metaverse metaverse project. You could be a part of Dalmatia NFT drop. So this is also one of the examples. So I hope that you will find this presentation very useful. And of course, I hope that that you will follow the trends, the ever continuing trends in the area. Thank you very much.